In just 24 hours, California faced one of its worst nightmares. The state, known for its beautiful landscapes and vibrant communities, was suddenly engulfed in flames. The wildfires, which started as small sparks, quickly grew into monstrous infernos, consuming everything in their path. The speed at which these fires spread was unprecedented, leaving residents and authorities in a state of shock and disbelief. Fires erupted, fueled by dry winds which acted like a bellows, intensifying the flames and spreading them across vast areas. These winds, often referred to as the Santa Ana winds, are notorious for their ability to turn a small fire into a raging blaze within minutes. The combination of dry conditions and strong winds created a perfect storm, making it nearly impossible to control the fires, spreading faster than anyone could imagine. The flames leaped from tree to tree, house to house, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. Firefighters, despite their best efforts, were often forced to retreat in the face of the advancing inferno. The sheer speed and intensity of the fires were unlike anything they had ever encountered before. Over 36,000 acres scorched, thousands forced to evacuate. The scale of the evacuation was staggering, with entire communities being uprooted and displaced. People had to leave behind their homes, their belongings, and in many cases, their pets. The roads were clogged with cars as families tried to escape the encroaching flames, creating scenes of chaos and panic. Families left with nothing but hope and the clothes on their backs. The emotional toll was immense, as people grappled with the loss of their homes and the uncertainty of their future. Evacuation centers were set up to provide temporary shelter, but the conditions were far from ideal. Families huddled together trying to find comfort in each other amidst the turmoil and the clothes on their backs. Firefighters fought tirelessly, working around the clock to try and contain the fires. Their bravery and dedication were nothing short of heroic, as they put their lives on the line to protect others. However, the intense winds made containment nearly impossible. The fires would often jump fire breaks, rendering their efforts futile. But the intense winds made containment nearly impossible. Resources were stretched thin. Firefighting teams from neighboring states were called in to assist. But even with the additional manpower, the task was daunting. The fires were relentless and the firefighters were exhausted both physically and mentally. The relentless nature of the fires took a toll on everyone involved. Power outages left over 400,000 in darkness, adding another layer of difficulty to an already dire situation. Without power, communication became challenging and people were left in the dark, both literally and figuratively. The lack of electricity also meant that many were without air conditioning or heating, making the conditions even more unbearable. While the air turned toxic, filled with thick smoke and ash. The smoke was so dense that it blotted out the sun, casting an eerie apocalyptic glow over the landscape. Residents were advised to stay indoors and wear masks to protect themselves from the harmful particles in the air. For those with respiratory issues, the situation was particularly dangerous, making every breath a struggle. Hospitals saw a surge in patients experiencing respiratory distress, and medical personnel were stretched to their limits. The air quality was so poor that it posed a significant health risk, not just to those directly affected by the fires, but to anyone in the vicinity. The long-term health implications of such exposure are still unknown. The fires took more than just homes. They took lives, dreams, and peace of mind. The loss of life was a tragic reminder of the devastating power of these wildfires. Memorials were set up to honor those who had perished, and communities came together to mourn and support each other. The emotional scars left by the fires will take a long time to heal. They took lives, dreams, and peace of mind. The destruction of homes and personal belongings was a stark reminder of the fragility of life. People lost not just their material possessions but also their sense of security and normalcy. The psychological impact of such a disaster is profound, and many will struggle to rebuild their lives in the aftermath. This is a wake-up call. Climate change is real, and its impact is devastating. The increasing frequency and intensity of wildfires are a direct result of our changing climate. Droughts, higher temperatures, and changing weather patterns are all contributing factors. It's a stark reminder that we need to take immediate action to address the root causes of climate change, and its impact is devastating. Together, we must act. The road to recovery will be long and challenging, but it's crucial that we come together as a community to support those affected. Rebuilding efforts are already underway, with volunteers and organizations stepping in to provide assistance. It's a testament to the resilience and strength of the human spirit. To those affected, our hearts are with you. And to everyone watching, let's support, donate, and do our part. The power of community and collective action cannot be underestimated. By coming together, we can help those in need and work towards preventing such disasters in the future. Epic Snap, together we rise. Let's support, donate, and do our part. Epic Snap, together we rise.